Hi, this is Randy Lavick, and I want to thank you for being a client this quarter. What I'd like to do is talk to you about preparing for the initial interview that will start us off at the beginning of this quarter. What we do in the class is we select clients that give us a diverse look at business in the world today. We have everything from startups to Fortune 100 firms in this class. We have not-for-profits and for-profits. I pick companies that are everything from targeting a global market to hyper-local, like a restaurant. We also want companies that sell products and services and different mixes of those. So we look for diversity so that the students can see that the methodologies we're teaching apply to any kind of business, in any kind of market, in any kind of situation. So we like to have it as diverse as possible, and we have that this quarter. What we're going to do is to start with an interview with you. It could be a virtual interview, or if you're in the Chicago area, you could have it here on campus. And what we want to ask are 10 questions. Now, the students will develop additional questions after they've done some secondary research on your industry and your company, if that's possible. And so what we want to do is we're going to ask you questions in 3 areas. First, we're going to ask you questions about the industry you're in and about your company. Specifically, we'll ask you things like, what is your mission? What is your brand position? What sort of products and services do you have? And a really important question is, who are your competitors? And we want to get the names of them so that we can do some research in social to see what their position is in the social marketplace. The second thing we want to understand are your markets. And what we'd like you to do is to describe for us your high value markets. Who is it you really want to go after? And we'd like the more detail, the better. And it can either be a business, if you're talking about if you're a business to business marketer, what sort of businesses do you want us to target? What sort of titles do you want us to go after? If we're talking about a consumer market, where are the consumers? What is their lifestyle? What is their demography? What do you know about them that you could help us to understand where your high value markets are? Second thing we want to know is, what is your social footprint, or do you know anything about their social footprint? And then what we want is and the third one's a very important point. We want to know either the first year revenue or the first sale revenue, or your estimation of it, so that we can use that as a denominator to figure marketing return on investment and other calculations. If you don't know it, if you're a startup or you're an entrepreneur just planning it, give us the best estimate. As long as we have a number, we can use that to justify the budgets we're going to come back to on with your marketing plan. Finally, we want to look at your marketing today. We'd like to know, do you have any social assets, and if so, what are they? What are your current marketing programs, if any? What are your marketing assets? In other words, do you have a marketing department? Do you have a CMO? What's the structure there? And then what's your greatest marketing challenge today? And so what we want to do is we're going to go through that interview. It shouldn't take more than an hour. We ask you not to spend time building or developing different sorts of reports and things. We don't need that. We just need to hear from you in these 3 areas so that we understand enough to get started. We're going to be doing a lot of secondary research and doing a lot of social analytics. This really gives us the groundwork we're going to need to be able to move forward. If you have any questions, please contact me at r-lavick@northwestern.edu. You can also contact me through Twitter. And thank you very much for being our client. We really appreciate it. And we think you're going to have a very interesting journey as we build your digital marketing plan. Thank you.